Students, in this video, I am going to discuss some word problems based on maxima and minima. Okay, let's see. Find two positive numbers whose sum is 15 and the sum of whose squares is minimum. Okay, find two positive numbers whose sum is 15 and sum of squares is minimum. So this is a word problem based on maxima and minima. So here function is not directly given. So first thing is that we have to find a function. Then as usual we have to find its derivatives. Okay. So let's start from here. Two positive numbers. So let us take one number is x. Okay. One of the number equal to x. First number is x. Now, whose sum is 15? Sum of two numbers is 50 means clearly the second number is, what's the second number? 15 minus x because its sum is 15. So, we have two numbers x and 15 minus x. Okay. Now, sum of whose squares? So, sum of whose squares means squares are x square and 15 minus x the whole square. Now sum of squares. So x square plus 15 minus x square. 15 minus x the whole square. What is it? It is just expand x square plus this becomes 2a minus b whole square. Okay, 225 minus 30x plus x square. It is equal to 2x square minus 30x plus 225. Let us take this function as sum or s of x. So this is our function. Okay. S of x equal to sum of squares, that is 2x square minus 30x plus 225. So we have a function. Now find its derivative. First derivative s dash of x. What is its first derivative? Derivative of 2x square is 4x minus derivative of 30x is 30. Now find the critical points. Critical points are obtained when s dash of x, first derivative, equate to 0. So 4x minus 30 equal to 0 implies 4x equal to 30 or x equal to 30 by 4. 30 by 4 is same as 15 by 2. So 15 by 2 is the critical point. Now find f double dash of x. What is f double dash of x? I mean not f. S double dash of x. First derivative this one. So again differentiating with respect to x we will get 4. And 4 is greater than 0. Okay. Therefore by our second derivative test. What is second derivative test? F double dash of x is less than 0 implies it is local maxima. F double dash of x greater than 0 implies local minima. Here second derivative is greater than 0 and therefore listen, this critical point x equal to 15 by 2 is the point of local, okay, local minima. Okay, the point of local minima and therefore minimum value is, what is the minimum value? X equal to 15 by 2 and actually x is our one of the number and the second number is 15 minus 15 by 2. X and 15 minus x. So the given function will minimum. Given function means our s of x. S of x is sum of squares. Okay, sum of squares. We need to find sum of squares is minimum. So at this critical point when x equal to 15 by 2, our s of x becomes its minimum. Therefore, the minimum values are 15 by 2 and 15 minus 15 by 2 is what is 30 minus 15? 15 by 2. So these are the numbers, or when x equal to 15 by 2, the given function becomes its minimum value. Okay, so this is the type of word problems based on maxima and minima. Let's see another question belongs to exercise. Okay, now see another question. It is question number 23, belongs to exercise 6.5. Okay, prove that the volume of the largest cone that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius r is 8 by 27 of the volume of the sphere. Okay, there are two figures, one is cone and other one is sphere. The question says volume of the largest cone that can be inscribed in a sphere. Inscribed in a sphere means we have to put or take this cone inside this sphere, because we can insert a cone inside the sphere. In this manner also we can insert. In this manner also we can insert. So our aim is the sphere occupies a conium with its maximum. Okay, maximum volume of cone we have to occupy or insert in this sphere. In that manner we insert a cone inside this sphere and prove that volume of this cone is 8 by 27th of volume of this sphere. Okay, we need to prove volume of cone is equal to 8 by 27 of volume of sphere. That we need to prove. And recall volume of cone as well as volume of sphere that we learned. Volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h and volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Listen, here radius of the sphere is given, say constant capital R. And here R is radius of the cone, H is height of the cone. What is radius of the cone? BC length. It is radius of the cone. At the same time, listen, suppose OB, I mean OC. OC is radius of sphere and this is R. And H means height of the cone, that is AB length. What is OA length? OA means radius of the sphere. And can you say what is OB? Total length is height. So this becomes H minus R. Now listen, to prove this we have to find a function. Then we have to derivative. We have to find derivatives and then verify whether it is maximum or minimum. Okay. For this, let us consider this right triangle and apply Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus altitude square. Okay. Now hypotenuse is radius of the sphere. So r square equal to base is radius of the cone, small r square, plus OB is h minus r. Now simplify, r square equal to r square plus expand h minus r whole square using a minus b the whole square. So this becomes h square minus 2hr plus r square. Now we can cancel this r square. It becomes r square plus h square minus 2hr equal to 0. From this we can reduce r square equal to, take these two terms to other side. So minus becomes plus 2hr plus h square becomes minus h square. Okay. Now see, r square means radius of the cone. Okay, r square equal to 2hr minus h square. Put this value here, volume of cone. volume of cone becomes 1 by 3 pi r square h. Instead of this r square, put 2hr minus h square into h. Now expand, open the bracket. This becomes 2hr into h is 2h square r minus h cube. Now listen, in this r is constant and h is a variable. If we take this volume of cone directly as a function, you can see that there are two variables, radius and h. Okay, variables means both r and h can take any value. So in the case of defining a function, we have to see in all function, you can see that there is only one variable. So r and h are two variable. So we can't consider a function as such. That's why we replace r square as 2hr minus h square. Now you can listen, you please listen here. R is constant, okay, and only one variable is h, and therefore volume of cone we can consider as a function in variable h. F of h equal to 1 by 3 pi into 2h square r minus h cube. So we have a function. Now find the derivative. Here we are going to differentiate with respect to h. Here pi by 3 is constant. So pi by 3 into, in this 2 is constant, r is constant. Now differentiate h square with respect to h. It is 2h. Okay. Minus differentiate h cube with respect to h. It is 3h square. That is equal to pi by 3 into 2 into 2, 4. 4rh minus 3h square. Here what is common? H is common. So you can take h outside. So pi by 3h into 4r minus 3h. That is our f dash of h. Okay. Now we have to find the critical points. To get critical points, equate the first derivative equal to 0. That is pi by 3h into 4r minus 3h equal to 0. So product of these two equal to 0 implies either h equal to 0 or 4r minus 3h equal to 0. Is h equal to 0? Is it possible? No. If h equal to 0 means height of the cone equal to 0. It is not possible. So only chance is that 4r minus 3h equal to 0. From here 4r equal to 3h and h becomes 4r by 3. So h is the critical point. Now see, we have f dash of h. We already define f dash of h is pi by 3 into 4rh minus 3h square. So what is its derivative, second derivative? So pi by 3 is constant, 4r is constant, derivative of h is 1 minus 3 into derivative of h square is 2h. On simplification you can see it is equal to pi by 3 into 4r minus 6h. Now put the value of h here. So this becomes pi by 3 into 4r minus 6 into 4r by 3. Okay. Now take the common factor outside. What is the common factor? Pi by 3 into 4r is common. Okay, so take outside 4r into remaining 1 minus here 6 by 3, isn't it? 6 by 3 is 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So pi by 3 into 4r into minus 1 becomes a negative quantity. That is f double dash of h is less than 0. So by our second derivative test, second derivative is less than 0 implies the given function is said to have local maximum. Okay, local maximum, and the local maximum is at the point h equal to 4r by 3. Is okay. Maximum f of h is local maximum, and the local maximum value attains when h equal to 4r by 3. Again, of cone equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. Replace r square and h. R square is 2hr minus h square into h is 4r by 3. Okay. Now do the simplifications. So pi by 3 into 4r by 3 into 2hr minus h square. Again replace this h. So this becomes pi into 4r by 9 into 2r. See, this h becomes 4r by 3 minus h square becomes 4r by 3 whole square. Okay. This is pi into 4r by 9 into 2 into 4, 8. R into r square by 3 minus 4 square is 16, r square by 9. Okay. Now take here pi into 4r by 9 into 8r square by 3 minus 16r square by 9. From this bracket take the common factor. 8 is common, r square is common, 3 is common. So remaining here 1 minus this becomes 2 by 3. Okay. Now 1 minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 3. So pi into 4r by 9 into 8r square by 3 into 3 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. From this take 8 and 27 separately, because in our question we need this quantity 8 by 27. Remaining 4 pi r into r square r cube by 3. Okay. Now listen, what is this? 4 by 3 pi r cube. What is this? Yes, this is the volume of sphere. So it is 8 by 27 into volume of sphere that we want to prove. So volume of cone is equal to 8 by 27th of volume of sphere when height of the cone is equal to 4 by 3 of radius of one sphere. So okay, so this is the problem. In this manner maybe they will ask question, word problems they will ask, so you have to go through the same procedure. Okay.